Albeit having one of the worst seasons ever since I've seen Chelsea play, Mikel Arteta has gone ahead and retold his players, don't take Chelsea for granted. A warning has been issued to the players of Arsenal as they've gone ahead to really spend 4 games without collecting 3 points in there for you. Mikel Arteta has gone ahead and really issued an update of William Saliba and what he expects from Chelsea and how his players went ahead to react when they had just found themselves in the situation of being beaten by City, and they are now second, just trailing 1 point behind Man City, as City are back on top of the table after Arsenal being on top of the table for 247 days. Welcome to this channel. Rokani David is my name. Rokani Media Football is the YouTube channel that you are watching me on. It's Labor Day. Hope you guys are really enjoying it, the workers, and obviously we expect you guys to be having the blast, the rest that you have as you recharge your batteries for tomorrow to get back to work. But for us, we don't rest. We don't have a public holiday because our job is to bring you the latest news and information as far as your all football teams are concerned on this channel, apart from only Manchester United, because United has an independent channel known as United Matters channel. If at all you want to find me that side, you're welcome. It's known as the United Matters channel. You can find me that side. So today we are going to really break down a little bit into the pre-match press conference that Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to really hold before he plays a side called known as Chelsea, and lots of things have been talked about. Now, David Austin told us, I think like 3 days back, that the season of William Saliba might be over. That's what he told us. And Mikel Arteta had this as his first question in the pre-match press conference versus Chelsea, and he asked on how Saliba is doing. He said it's pretty similar. He's not going to be involved tomorrow, and we will have to wait until the next game to be where we are. He hasn't improved this week at all. Saliba is a very important player, but I don't know how to quantify it. I don't know how to quantify Gabriel Jesus being out for 4 months, Edin Ketia for 3 months, Emily Smith Throwaway for 4.5 months, Kien Tierney for a few weeks, Tomiyasu for 3.5 months, maybe now 6 months. This is football. Now, Mikel Arteta has given Arsenal fans some hope about William Saliba, that tomorrow he's out, but you never know. When it comes to Arsenal playing the next game against Newcastle away, Saliba might be back, according to what I was going to hate to say, because if he says that he's out tomorrow, he hasn't improved this week at all, you know, we have to wait until the next game to see where we are with him. So this game of Chelsea, he is out. And now, I believe Rob Holding can handle Chelsea. I reminisce very well that I reminisce myself telling you that there are 3 games I would love to see Saliba play for Arsenal. Even if it requires him to really have an injection, a back injection to play, it would have been done. Arsenal versus Liverpool, Arsenal versus Man City, and Newcastle versus Arsenal. Those are the 3 games I think Rob Holding couldn't handle. But the manager Mikel Arteta made a decision, and the medical team or the physio team of Arsenal, that there is no need to really hurry this player back. And I understand their position in which they are really sitting at, because they know that this season was not meant for them to win the trophy. You know, this is like an extra, you know, like a bonus. Competing with City for the trophy is a bonus for Arsenal. All they wanted was to get back to Champions League football. And why did they want to go to Champions League football? Because that would have helped them to attract the quality of players that they want. You know, it's not on any day that you can get Zinchenko and Jesus, you know, in a season when you're not going to play the Champions League football. And we know why that happened. It happened because Real Madrid had already gone ahead to talk to Jesus. They wanted to sign him. Jesus was positive to go to Real Madrid, but Real Madrid only had 6 foreign passports. All 6. They had no spot for another foreign player. You get? And Vinicius Junior has helped them to really get another position for a player who does not possess a Spanish passport. You know, because he got his Spanish passport this week, I think last year. So it looks like the player can now go there and sign. But if I thought it wasn't the case, Jesus wouldn't have come to Man City. That's it. So Arsenal have already gone ahead to achieve, and I think that's why Mikel Arteta really based on and said, I'm not going to ruin the season of Saliba, because if we try to really play him these games, it might see him out until maybe September next year or October next year. Yet he wants to start a season with William Saliba playing that central defense, because he wants to start that season strong. That is what Mikel Arteta and the physio team thoughts were, according to me, because I've seen players with a back injury play throughout. You know, I saw Marcus Rashford in 2 seasons, 2019-2020 and 2020-2021. He really had a back injury and he played throughout with that back injury, and then he underwent a surgery and he returned around the end of September. That is in the season of 2022, in the season of 2021, I think. That's it. So I think they never wanted to risk the player, and they said, we are going to do the best for the team, for the player. And he has also gone ahead and really talked about how Jesus has been out for 3 months, and Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, Emily Smith-Rowe, and very many other players, Eddie Nketiah. So, to me, in my own opinion, I understand what Mikel Arteta is talking about, but what does that really tell him? That this summer should be about him making a bench, building a team like City's, you know. Yesterday, City played without Kevin De Bruyne, and they brought in Julian Alves, and Julian Alves got the job done. When you look at Arsenal, I think the only players they have off the bench that can really come in and really suit exactly the players they're really having on the field of play, I think there are 3. Kieran Tierney can come in and really fit in perfectly for Zinchenko. Then Jorginho can come in and really fit in perfect for Thomas Partey, and Trossard can come in and really fit in perfectly for either, I think for Martinelli, you know. But the rest of the players, I think even the goalkeeper Matana can get in and can come in and get the job of Ramsdale done. But Kivio has just come in. We don't know exactly what he has got in his archive or in his lockers, but we are just trying to really hail him because of his past play. Then Rob Holding has shown us that he cannot do the Saliba role. You know, you can talk about Ben White, but Ben White looks like he's going to be the right back of Arsenal, unless otherwise Arsenal sign in another right back. You know, Fabio Vieira has not yet clinched the levels of being the perfect replacement or perfect competitor for Martin Odegaard. Granit Xhaka, see no competitor. Emily Smith-Rowe is really trying to really find his pace back. Bukayo Saka, for him, he's a man in his own island. He has no competitor at Arsenal. So I think Mikel Arteta should find himself signing close to 5 or 6 players in the summer who can come in directly and give competition to these players of Arsenal. That's it. All what has costed Arsenal this season is not having a bench. That's it. That's it. It's not having a bench to really match the players that really start in the starting 11. So I think he has gotten to know it. And in my next video, I'm going to let you know what Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to talk about the summer plans of Arsenal. It's really going to be so much huge that we're going to discuss lots and lots of stories, where the departures of Arsenal are going to be and those that are expected to come in through. So that's what Mikel Arteta talked about, and he said that's what football is all about. You know, he has had very many injuries, but obviously when you are a team that's going to compete at a high level, you need to expect these injuries. And that if at all you're a team like Arsenal, you need to find yourself in a position of really getting yourself the best that you deserve as a team. And how do you get the best that you deserve as a team? You just continue to really do the needful and give yourself the best that you deserve and prepare for next season. If at all this season doesn't come to you fruition, then you just have to go ahead and really prepare for next season. Because to me, Arsenal have punched above their weight. They are way ahead of schedule, but they just need to win the remaining games and put themselves in a position of really battling a team known as Man City. I don't want to see City win this trophy with 3 or 4 games to go. I want to see City winning this game, this trophy, at the end of on the final day of the season. I want to see Arsenal put up that push to City. That's it. Then Mikel Arteta was asked on how his players were in the first training after the City game. He said they didn't need much. They knew the disappointment was across the club, our supporters, our people, our staff, our players. It was a big night, and we didn't produce the performance that we wanted. We deserved to lose the game, and we have to come on. But I think it was a good reality check as well, in the way that they stepped up and level. And we could not reach that level. The reality check is as well that you have to step up to that level for 10 months. So we have to believe in what we do, because we are so good as well. So Mikel Arteta has come out and really told us about how the atmosphere was with his players, and you understand how hard it was for the players. But it's all about accepting reality, as Mikel has gone ahead to accept and admit that they deserve to win the game. Because if they ask you on the day, what did Arsenal do that really deserved them to win that game of football? The answer is no. They did nothing that deserved them or required them to win that beautiful game of football. So City deserved to be the winners of the game, and Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to admit. But as he admits, there is a game ahead of his way, that is Arsenal versus Chelsea. And this is what Mikel Arteta expects from Chelsea. He said that they are going to try to come to the Emirates to beat us. They have a great manager and exceptional players, so it's very difficult to predict what they'll do, because they can play in various ways with different players and different qualities. Sorry about that as well. We are going to prepare for the game to win it. That's it. So Mikel Arteta is trying to really smear an ugly girl cream to make him beautiful. And who is that ugly girl? Is the manager of Chelsea, Frank Lampard. You cannot come and tell Frank Lampard is a great manager. No way he's a great manager. He's not a great manager. One thing I believe is the first statement he makes, that they are going to come to Emirates to beat Arsenal. Why? These are really London rivals. You know that very well. And if Arsenal are to lose the game of Chelsea tomorrow, I think that will be the final nail into the coffin of Arsenal from not competing with City on the trophy. That's it. They will be putting City in a comfort zone. So I think, as it stands, it's not going to be the tactics of Lampard if at all Arsenal is to lose against Chelsea. It's going to be the players' morals, the players' adrenaline raising to the abnormal levels, and obviously the needful, because this team has gone ahead to score only one goal. You know, I think in the last 5-6 games, they've gone ahead to score one goal. They've lost all the 5 games ever since Lampard came in here. And how can he call him a great manager? If it's all about the players, they're exceptional. But Jurgen Klopp came out and really told us something about Chelsea, that it's not all about getting quality players and expensive players. It's all about having a work plan for which player you need to fit in what system. So I don't think this is the game where Chelsea are going to come out and really try to defend better, score better, as they have not been doing in the previous games. But it's telling us that they are preparing for the game to win it. And I think this is the game that is going to really already jumpstart the season of Arsenal. And if I told you were Arsenal, you would find yourself in a position of really getting back to your levels of really winning this beautiful game of football. But I think he's really one of those that has the base that we deserve as with the fans of football. You know, we expect a very highly contested game, but with that crowd of Arsenal rocking, I don't see Chelsea surviving. I don't see Chelsea surviving. However much he's calling them dangerous, but how dangerous is Chelsea, guys? Let's be real. We are not trying to really jealousy this side of Chelsea, but to what extent can they come up and really cause havoc that Arteta is trying to really implicate. I understand you have to respect every team, you know, and how it comes. But for Chelsea, it's going to be a miracle if at all they really beat Chelsea, if at all they beat Arsenal. And Mikel Arteta has gone ahead and retold the following to his players. Arteta on noting Chelsea's recent form for granted, he said, it's going to be a very difficult game. It's a London derby and they have something to prove, and we have something to prove. The atmosphere is going to be incredible to play in the stadium, and we are going to have to be at our best again. Yeah, I understand that it's a London derby, and for a derby, it's hard to predict what the result is going to be. But Chelsea is coming into this game when they really want I think they're in their worst form for the last 2.5 decades, according to me, because I've been watching Chelsea since 1999. I've never seen them crumble to this level. No way. Even when they did, and they brought in new managers, the new managers just revamped or pressed a new switch, and they really formed themselves back to winning ways. You know, even last season, I think, but one, when Frank Lampard was sacked, they brought in Thomas Tuchel, and Thomas Tuchel overturned everything at Chelsea. So it just shows you that there is something wrong at Chelsea. And is it the right time to see them really put this game to bed? I doubt. I doubt. And I think Arteta is just trying to put out a statement to his players that, please, let's not take this game for granted. But I think Arsenal is going to beat Chelsea badly. Then Arteta on whether Chelsea will be more dangerous with nothing to play for. He said, I don't know what their approach will be. They are really dangerous because when you look at the individuals that they can put on the field, for sure, they have huge threats. So we need to be aware of that. I understand what Arteta is talking about, but unless otherwise, Arsenal crumbles and the players don't rise up to the occasion. But if at all they don't crumble, they will take this game serious, and they want to send a message to City before City plays West Ham on Wednesday, I think this is the perfect game for Arsenal to get 3 points back into their pocket and obviously march on and play Newcastle over the weekend. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Mikel Arteta warning Arsenal players onto the Chelsea game that's going to be tomorrow. Do you think Arteta's argument is valid or not? Then what's your thoughts about William Saliba being out of the game of Chelsea, but there is hope he might return in the game of Newcastle that Arsenal is playing over the weekend? I sign out for now. See you later. Rokani David is my name, and I cover you all in the blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.